Halloween, a night when the dead are said to walk among us, when we wear masks and light candles to keep the darkness away. I'm Bea.
And I'm Lee. For some people, the darkness doesn't stay outside. On this night of costumes and make believe, a few let their masks slip, revealing the monsters underneath.
Tonight, we're telling true stories of real murders that happened on Halloween night. These aren't ghost stories, they're far worse.
So grab your candy, lock your doors, and keep your lights low. This is Shadow Keepers, Murders of Halloween.
Our first case is the Candyman, Ronald Clark O'Brien, 1974, Texas. Let's start with the story that made every parent terrified to let their kids eat Halloween candy.
Yeah, this one still gives me chills. It happened in Pasadena, Texas in 1974. Ronald O'Brien was a father, a church deacon, and by all accounts, a normal guy. But underneath that image, he was drowning in debt, over $100,000.
He had taken out life insurance policies on his kids, one for each child, totaling $60,000. And on Halloween night, he decided to cash in.
On October 31st, 1974, O'Brien took his two kids trick-or-treating in Pasadena, Texas, along with a neighbor and their two children. When one house didn't answer the door, the kids ran ahead while O'Brien stayed behind. Later, he caught up with them holding 5 21-inch pixie sticks, saying he got them from the house that hadn't answered. He gave his children, Timothy and Elizabeth, one, and his neighbor's two children, and another to a 10-year-old boy whom he recognized from his church, all filled with cyanide.
But only Timothy actually ate his candy. Before bed, Timothy asked to eat some of his Halloween candy and picked the pixie stick. He had trouble getting the powder out, so O'Brien helped him. After tasting it, Timothy said it was bitter, and O'Brien gave him Kool-Aid to wash it down. Moments later, Timothy said his stomach hurt, ran to the bathroom, and started vomiting and shaking. O'Brien said he held his son as he went limp. Timothy died on the way to the hospital less than an hour after eating the candy. It was heartbreaking.
At first, everyone thought it was a random act, some sick stranger poisoning candy. Parents panicked nationwide. Police even went door to door collecting sweets. Police recovered 4 of the 5 pixie sticks O'Brien said he got, and thankfully none of the other kids had eaten them. The parents of the 5th child panicked when they couldn't find it, then discovered their son asleep holding the unopened candy. He hadn't been able to get past the staple sealing it shut. Tests showed that all 5 pixie sticks had been tampered with. The top 2 inches were filled with cyanide and staple closed again. The one Timothy ate had enough poison to kill 2 adults, while the others had enough to kill 3 or 4 each.
But the truth unraveled fast. The poisoned candy was tracked back to Ronald himself. Investigators found he'd called insurance companies the day after his son died, trying to collect the payout.
He was arrested, convicted, and executed by lethal injection in 1984. But his story lives on in every parent's Halloween fear.
That's the real horror. The monster wasn't hiding in the shadows. He was the one holding his child's hand. I would fuck you up. I will fuck you up so bad because it's horrible you want to kill your own children for money. But then you're just going to kill other people's kids so that you don't look like a suspect?
Yeah.
It's fucking wild. And that their pixie sticks had even more cyanide. I would be like that scene in Nightmare on Elm Street when the parents go after Freddy. Oh, I'm fucking you up.
Yeah,
I can't get over it. I'm fucking you up.
Yeah, I think the wife said that he didn't know that he had taken out all these life insurance policies on the kids. It was like 10,000 at first and then an extra 20 on each, so that it all equaled to 30.
I guess back then that would have been a lot.
I mean, it equaled to 60, 30 each, yeah.
Yeah, but it's still, that's crazy.
Yeah, it is.
You don't love your kids? Like, damn. What the fuck?
Like, how
Burn
can
your
you
house
even think that? Like, I don't understand. Like, oh, I'll just take them out and get money, pay off my debts.
I mean, there's other insurance. There's homeowners insurance. I don't know. Like,
He probably
you're
put that much
wild.
cyanide. He probably didn't know how much to put. So he just put like just a random amount. You know what I mean?
And he did it so crappy. You didn't even do a good job.
And stapled the top.
The thing is, he said, "and restapled." So they were they originally stapled?
I don't think it said restapled, tampered with, and stapled closed again. So I guess he just cut the top off because they're not stapled. They're like,
But that's how they are today. What were pixie sticks like in the 70s?
I don't know. I wasn't born.
I know I wasn't.
I wasn't born. I'm an 80s baby.
And I should collect these pictures too to put, like, and at that, who's choosing pixie sticks? That
Well,
is not.
because it has sugar, so you just add more powder to it. No one's gonna
No, I'm not
know.
talking about them. I'm talking about the kids themselves. That's not my go-to candy. I'm like, I get one candy and I'm choosing a pixie stick.
Well, in the 70s, it was probably popular.
No, they weren't stapled. It looked like they were filled and then folded over. I don't know if my phone is, yeah, my phone is too bright. It was folded over,
Okay, yeah.
which honestly
He
makes it
stapled
even
it, yeah.
easier to fucking poison. Give me
Mhm.
a candy bar or something, like,
Or a piece
damn.
of chocolate.
Or Starburst, Skittles. No,
M&M's.
who I think the baby used to like Pixie Sticks, and I'd be like, that's what we're picking?"
Like, I had Pixie Sticks before, you put it in your mouth, and the powder is just makes you, start choking because all that powder goes in your throat, all dry and shit, so
Listen, the baby makes fun of his girlfriend because her favorite candy is Crunch, the Crunch bar,
oh, that used to be my sister's favorite.
and he was like, "The Crunch bar is the Crunch bar is what you have left once you eat all the better chocolate."
Yeah.
I can't. I say that, but my favorite candy is the Midnight Milky Way and the Midnight Three Musketeers.
I like the regular Three Musketeers.
I like dark chocolate.
I like my nougat.
A mess.
Like my nougats. But yeah, that's a tragedy.
That is it's crazy because and then only one of his children died. Anyway, our next case?
Our next case is the Lisk family murders, 2010, Ohio. This next case is a different kind of nightmare, one that unfolded inside a quiet family home. It was Halloween morning 2010 in Ottawa, Ohio.
William B.J. Lisk had struggled with severe mental illness for years. His family loved him, but also feared him. He'd been in and out of psychiatric care and had a history of violent outbursts.
His father, William Sr., had remarried a kind woman named Susan. They were trying to rebuild a peaceful family. Susan's son, Derek, lived with them, and everyone hoped BJ was doing better.
But on the night before Halloween, BJ showed up at the house. He spent the evening there, and by morning, the home was silent, too silent.
On Halloween morning, Devin Griffin returned from a church choir concert to find a horrific scene. Susan, William, and Derek were all dead. He used a gun and a claw hammer to kill his father and stepmother while they were in bed, then beat his stepbrother to death in his room. He also essayed his stepmother. He immediately called his aunt, who then called 911. On a side note, in a separate but related tragedy, BJ's aunt, Sue Dunmeyer, was killed in a garage fire the day after the murders were discovered. She was his father's sister.
BJ had stolen their car and was found later that day at a family cabin in Carroll County, Ohio. Evidence linked him to the murders, including blood on his clothing and a rifle found in his possession. He confessed almost immediately. He said he didn't know why he did it, that something in his head told him to. He was diagnosed with schizoaffective disorder and was not taking his medication at the time of the murder.
In 2011, BJ pleaded guilty to 3 counts of aggravated murder, avoiding the death penalty. He was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. On March 31st, 2015, 5 years after the murders, he was found dead in his prison cell at the Ross Correctional Institution from a self-inflicted wound.
The tragedy of the List family isn't just in the murders. It's in how mental illness and missed help collided with a night already known for darkness.
Exactly. Halloween is supposed to be about masks and monsters, but this was a real family destroyed by the monsters inside someone's mind.
Who's Devin?
I guess a family friend?
Because they went to go check on him.
Yeah. When they didn't show up for church, he went to check up on them.
So, in your side note, it says that his Aunt Sue was also killed in a garage fire.
Yeah. The day after they were
So,
found.
was that an accidental fire?
I believe so, yes.
Okay. 'Cause I was like, damn, he just went and
It's a
killing.
family tragedy, yeah. No, he didn't do that.
Oh, and then I was wondering, like, he pled guilty, so obviously he was charged. This was 2010 though. And it makes me think like a lot of people with mental disorders, they stop taking their medication. As someone who is also on medications, I can understand it. It sometimes becomes overwhelming to continually take medication every single day. It's like I've had enough. Then it's messing with dosages because after you're on it for a while, they have to increase them. And then you have to then get used to the new side effects of the increasing, or the medication stops working altogether. So then you have to put you on another medication, which has its own type of side effects. And it gets to the point where you just get tired of it. You don't
Mhm.
want to take no more medications. You don't want to see any more doctors. You just want to live. And I do believe like a lot of times people are over medicated. And I'm not saying that they don't need medication. I need medication. But I do think that there are ways to have medication, but also have some holistic help to help improve you physically that will help boost the medication. Because I know a lot of people were like, they're like anti-medication and they'll only go the holistic route. But I feel like that doesn't work for everybody.
No.
Just like medication, just going the medication route doesn't work for everybody, especially if you have bad reactions to medications. So I believe in like finding that balance, but I do believe it becomes overwhelming to the point like you just don't want to take it anymore. Like you're done. And at that, I feel like when you're on, okay, regular depression or ADHD or, those like OCD, all that, like you gotta take medication sometimes. Like that should be on you. But when it's like schizophrenia, like bipolar, like things that like if you stop taking your medication, you might become violent to yourself or to others. I feel like that needs to be managed by an actual person. Like somebody needs to make sure you're taking that medication. Or they need to make a medication where it's a shot once a month.
Kinda like birth control, how you put it, like the
Yeah.
ones they have in your arm now, and it's, like, just gives you the dosage, just like that.
Though,
Or insulin, because my nephew is,
mhm,
he's type 1, and he
yeah.
has a little device that gives him the insulin. You just put it in a little thing, gives it to him, that's it. Something
Uh,
like that.
anyway, case 3, the toolbox killer. 1979, California. Our last story feels like something straight out of a horror movie, except it really happened.
In 1979, two men, Lawrence Whitaker and Roy Norris, met in prison. They bonded over violence, fantasies, and hatred. When they got out, they decided to make those fantasies real.
They bought a silver GMC van, the kind without windows, and called it Murder Matt. They stocked it with hammers, pliers, ice picks, duct tape, all kept in a toolbox.
That's how they got their name, the Toolbox Killers. They'd cruise through Southern California looking for teenage girls, often around beaches or parties.
Halloween night became their cover. With everyone in costumes and chaos in the streets, it was easy to lure girls without drawing attention. One of their victims was 16-year-old Shirley Ledford, who they abducted as she stood outside a gas station, hitchhiking home from a Halloween party in 1979. Investigators think Shirley accepted a ride from Bittaker and Norris because she knew Bittaker from the McDonald's where she worked part-time as a waitress.
What they did to her was beyond horrific. The police later said the tape of her final moments was one of the most disturbing pieces of evidence ever recorded. Bittaker later claimed that the tape of Shirley's abuse and torture only showed a consensual threesome, adding that toward the very end, Shirley was screaming for him and Norris to kill her.
The only reason they were caught was because Norris couldn't keep quiet. He confessed to a friend, Joseph Jackson, about what he and Bittaker had done over the past 5 months, including details of Shirley Ledford's murder, the only victim found so far. He also admitted they had tried to abduct 3 other young women. 2 escaped, and one was essayed but later released. After hearing Norris's confession, Jackson talked to his lawyer, who told him to go to the police. Jackson agreed, and together they reported it to the LAPD, who then contacted the Hermosa Beach Police.
They were both arrested. Norris testified against Bittaker and got life in prison with the possibility of parole after serving 30 years, but died of natural causes in February 2020. Bittaker was sentenced to death, though he died in prison of natural causes in 2019 before it was carried out.
Their crimes turned Halloween into something darker, proof that sometimes evil doesn't need a mask.
Yeah, Halloween gives us permission to flirt with fear, but people like them remind us why we have that fear in the first place.
I get It's part of the system, the process. I hate when they make deals with people. He
Yeah.
got 30 years. It was karma that had him die in prison because they were like, "That was not enough time. That was not enough time. He
No.
needs to die sooner in prison." And because the other guy then got life. Y'all both did it. I don't care
Mhm.
that you turned on him. You both did it. You both chose to do it.
Exactly.
You both bought these tools. You both agreed on this van. You both did it. Like,
I think Norris's thing was that Whittaker was more of the violent one, and he was more of the sadist than he was.
well, yeah, and then
But if you read, like, the actual details of the murder, they were both the same. But, of course, he was gonna say what he had to say, you know what I mean?
but it's also too what was probably seen in the tape. Maybe Bittaker was shown being more aggressive.
He was because on the tape, he was the first one. Norris was the one driving, and he had at Shirley first. So I'm sure there was more of him. And then later they switched. And then Bittaker started the driving process while Norris did his part. And I think Norris was the one that ultimately ended her at the end because he was last.
Yeah,
So, but I don't know if the tape just had Bittaker as a longer period of time than
because
Norris.
he yeah.
Yeah, because he was the first one to, torture her.
So by the time Norris even got to her, she was probably half gone anyway.
Yeah, but, like, even Norris's torture of her, like, in the details is just horrendous. Like, he should have also gotten the death penalty. Like, they both should have gotten the exact same thing.
Yes, but that's why he died in jail because
But sometimes just dying of natural causes is just not enough. It's just not enough.
it's not enough, but I prefer that than him being let out.
Oh, definitely not let out, no. I just think there should be more punishment, like,
There should be more
sometimes there's
punishment.
certain things that these people do, I don't feel like jail is enough punishment.
I wish we could, like, which is impossible, but I wish we could freeze the world and then redo some of these rules and laws because some don't make no sense. But, like, or it's weird how some non-violent crimes get more time than violent crimes.
Yeah.
Like, make that make sense.
Mhm.
It doesn't. And I know people are so passionate about their privacy. I don't care about privacy. Put cameras on every corner. Because if I get taken or killed, I want camera evidence.
Yes.
I want it. I don't care. Put on every freaking corner. Everyone was like, that's a violation of privacy. Of what? If you're outside, you got no
I
privacy.
give my consent for the world to see what was done to me.
Basically, like, once you listen, I got nothing to hide. I am a nobody. Don't nobody care about me and what I'm doing. So if there's camera footage, and if you've got to put cameras on every corner so you can see what's going on, it's outside your house. They're not looking through your window. They're looking outside your house.
Mhm.
When you're outside, it ain't private anyway. Everybody sees you.
Yeah, that's true.
And then you complain about and then people complain, "Well, there's not enough evidence." If we had cameras, there would have been
Mhm.
some evidence. Listen, on Dateline, you know how many times they show people shopping at Walmart for this stuff? Oh my god.
I
Everybody
know.
always goes to Walmart.
Can you imagine being a the checkout lady and it's, like, duct tape, rope, and,
No,
like,
but they
all kinds of shit, like a box cutter. I'm like, "What are you doing?"
no,
Like,
but they're like
what's tonight's plans?"
but they say that footage of the Dateline come up like, "Yo, that was me." No,
"Yo,
I can't.
I checked out that guy."
Yo, I know
And then I'll be like,
him.
"Damn, you didn't even question it? You didn't even question his
That's not my
items?
job. That's not my job.
Take
I'd
a
be
quick
like,
pic, like, get on your phone, take a picture real quick on the slide," you know what I mean?
yeah,
And be like to your
I'm like,
boss, "This guy bought these stuff, like, should we report
no,
it?"
honestly, after I'm done checking him out, that sounded weird. After, like, he does his checkout, I'm like, "Hold on a second, watch him leave." Go to my manager, be like, "Yo, he just bought a whole kill kit.
Yeah,
Make
that's
sure you
right.
save that footage
No, I need
for the
that footage.
cops."
We have to give it to the cops so they can keep an
Yes,
eye on him.
I know, but then they're like,
Someone
"He
needs to
hasn't done
watch what he's
anything yet,
doing.
so it's not against the law for him to buy those
It
things."
doesn't matter, he bought the kit. Let's watch what he does.
There's
Someone
not
just
enough
follow
policemen to
him.
watch every person who is
I'll
suspicious.
do it. I'll round up a couple of my friends. We're just gonna wait outside his door just to see what he does. If
Yeah,
he
what is
leaves
it
in the
called?
middle of the night with a duffel bag, we
A
are
citizen's
following him.
arrest.
Yes, we are following him. If
Yes.
I see a duffel bag in the middle of the night get thrown in the car, we are following him. And that's what I hate. They can never do anything until the crime is committed. It's already late. It's committed. It's done. How about we try to stop it?
On this Halloween night, when spirits stir and candles flicker low, it feels only right to pull a tarot card and see what energy is haunting the deck. Tonight's card is the Three of Swords upright, which means heartbreak, emotional pain, sorrow, grief, and hurt.
Damn. Halloween vibes.
When the Three of Swords turns up in a tarot reading, it signals that you are feeling deeply hurt and disappointed. Your heart has been pierced by the sharp blades of others' hurtful words, actions, and intentions, and they have inflicted intense emotions of pain, sadness, grief, and heartbreak. These events are often unexpected and come out of the blue, making them even more painful. The Three of Swords is also about an emotional release. When you have suffered a major setback or loss, now is an excellent time to have a good cry. Expressing your sadness is part of the cleansing process, and letting it all out will help you move on to a better time. Allow yourself the opportunity to experience these emotions, no matter how painful. Cry, shout, or scream at the top of your lungs. Do whatever it takes to express your anger or pain, as this will help the emotions flow through and out of you.
I hope that's not for me because I don't want it.
I don't want the painful part, but like an emotional release.
I don't even want
Um,
that. I don't want to cry and scream and yell. Like, I don't want those feelings in me. Like, I hope it's not for me. I hope it is not applied to me. Just want to be peace and light,
yeah, but I do think too when
content.
an emotional release is healthy because I do know in a lot of cultures they say like holding in that negativity or bad emotions or sadness or heartbreak or grief, it only hurts you in the end, and it like people say that is how like you get cancer because you're feeding it.
Mhm.
The
Yeah.
you're making your body sick by feeding it that negativity. And for a long time, I was that way. I used to not stay in my negative emotions, but more like like I would punish myself for things that I might have done.
Mhm.
And I felt like by keeping that punishment, I was basically atoning. And it wasn't until I got older, it was like, you need to forgive yourself.
Mhm.
And forgiving yourself is also an emotional release.
Yeah.
So some people are never ready. Some people they want to continue to punish themselves for as long as it may be. But I think you have to forgive yourself and you have to forgive others, but not forgive them, forgive them for you. And I know that sounds so stupid because I've been thinking like, I don't know. Like one for me, I'm like, I won't forgive you, but I'll let it go. Yeah.
Yeah. But
But
I
it's
think for
like
some people it is real because the longer you're hating the person, it's
the
only
more
affecting you. It's not
yeah,
affecting that person. The person can't feel what you're feeling, doesn't care.
they
They're
don't
living
care.
their life. They're living their best life. They're doing what they want to do, you
Well, they're
know?
not living their best life.
Well, it depends. Like, I'm not saying like, okay, it's like the ones that go to jail. I'm saying even like anybody that's hurt you or anybody that's done you wrong and you're angry about it and you have rage inside, that's just for you because it's not, they don't feel it. They're just doing whatever they want to do. You know what I mean? So you forgiving them for you is so you can just finally be at peace for
Yeah.
yourself and not have those emotions stuck inside of you. So next time you see a flickering jack-o'-lantern or hear laughter on a dark street, remember, some Halloweens have stories that don't end with candy and costumes.
And while the legends of ghosts and spirits might haunt our imagination, the true horrors are the ones that walk among us,
Thanks for joining us for tonight's episode of Shadow Keepers.
where we shine a light on the dark corners of history, one chilling story at a time.
And remember to stay vigilant, stay awake, and stay aware of the shadows that follow, because not all shadows are harmless. Bye!
Bye. Happy Halloween! Oh, sorry. Halloween is on a Friday. People gonna be out there getting drunk,
Oh, mhm.
getting crazy, running these streets. Y'all need to relax and calm down. And carry your pepper spray, please. Probably get kidnapped. Ugh.
Don't get kidnapped.
Don't get kidnapped. Carry your pepper spray.
And walk in groups.
And don't leave anybody behind. Meet up and down. And don't leave anybody behind, okay? I
Don't
don't
eat
care if
any
it's your
candy.
friend. found this guy and he's so cute. And they were like, okay, she'll find her way
No.
home. No.
And don't eat any candy that the rabbit looks like is stapled. Don't eat any stapled candy.
And get that special nail polish that you can dip in your drinks to make sure that shit ain't spiked.
Yeah.
Ugh. PSA to all my
My
girlies.
bonus daughter has a cover. You put it on the
Oh, the
cup,
one that
and it has
goes
a
in your
hole.
it's
Yeah.
a barrette? Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
She has that one.
Yeah, and if guys get mad that you're using it, it's because they was trying to do something.
Yeah, I'm like, that's yours fault. Stop spiking our fucking drinks with, like,
Well,
medications and shit.
you can't trust bartenders neither.
Some, yeah.
Sometimes they be
Yeah,
in cahoots.
that's true.
Crazy.
Shit, just carry your own alcohol and drinks. just just put some drinks in your pocket.
Don't take an open bottle of water.
No.
You're gonna hear that click. Oh, and squeeze it first. Make sure ain't no hole in the cap. There's too much shit you gotta do.
Oh my god. I'm gonna just stay home and read. I'm not going out. Fuck this
Listen,
shit.
I'm looking for a new book.
I'm done.
It's fucking wild.